What is up, dudes and dolls? It is your girl Cherry, and I have got some updates for you guys. So, as you know, my husband got a new job at the very beginning of the year. So it's March right now. It's early March. I think today is actually like March 4th or 5th. Anyways, so he's had this job for 2 months now. And when he took this job, they told him that he was going to need to relocate. And so we have kind of been scrambling around a little bit, trying to figure out like my job, trying to figure out our housing situation because we own the house we live in now, but it is too small for our family. So we already knew that eventually we were going to have to move. But I don't know. We just haven't been really like, I don't know. We knew this was going to have to happen, but it didn't feel quite so real yet. Especially because like our credit is not where we want it to be in order to move, and we didn't have all the savings we wanted before we were going to move. But we did have this sort of, not ultimatum, but sort of this opportunity to rush the process. And so we decided that what we're going to do is we're going to try to rent a house, sell our current house, and then rent for like a year, maybe two, so that we can save up money and we can buy another house that is big enough for our family as it has grown. And this week it has been such a stressful time, but March is proving to be very abundant. Today is March 5th, so it's Thursday, March 5th, and this Monday, March 2nd, I think it was, I actually got a phone call that was an offer for a new job closer to where we need to move. So I am really excited about that. Obviously, I have accepted it, and it's going to be a really good job. I'm really excited about it. And this week, we also found out that we got approved for one of the houses that we really wanted to rent. So it's happening, you guys. Like, we are going to be moving, and I am going to be in a new position, and it's going to be very exciting. It is, however, very stressful. So one thing about this whole thing is that we're going to have to pay a deposit, the first month's rent, pet deposit and fees and all that stuff. We're going to have to pay all of that this month, and we are going to have to we're going to have to move. I mean, physically move all of our stuff. That's really a lot when you think about it. So it's just a lot happening all at one time. So it is sad news that I had to actually empty out a lot of my binders, and I had to not empty all of my Ally savings, but quite a huge chunk of it, because I pretty much cleaned everything out that wasn't Christmas or my children's stuff. Like, I didn't touch any of that stuff, but everything else I was like, let's take as much of this out as we can. Several of those buckets did get 100% zeroed out because I was like, we have to pay this deposit, then we have to pay the first month's rent, and we have to do all of it within 30 days. So we pay the deposit, and then we have 30 days to pay the first month's rent and move in. And so it's all very exciting, but it's also all very stressful. So y'all just, I don't know, say a prayer for me if you're the praying type. So with that said, our cash stuffing is going to look a little bit different because I have already paid my bills. Like, most of my utilities for this month have already been paid. So now we are working towards paying utilities for next month and saving up money in here for our first month's rent / all the fees that are included in your first month. So let's just crack right into this thing. I also have a sticky note here because you guys know most of the time my grocery budget is it's like $200 a week, but I had to run to Sam's and grab something, so I don't have the full $200. I have $189 sitting right here. So let's just break into it, So up first we have the mortgage, and the mortgage is still going to get $205. The thing with our mortgage is that the company my husband works for, they actually have like this partnership with this guy who owns his own business, but the business he owns is basically like a we buy houses thing. So they'll buy houses and then they'll, flip them, sell them, whatever. It's like a whole company that does this. And my husband was like, what we could do is, if we're trying to just get out of this thing, we'll see how much he's going to offer us for our house. And if it's what we think is enough, then we're just going to do that and not even worry about really putting it on the market. So I don't know, hopefully that works out. Now rent, rent is a big one, because rent, we have to have all of the deposit and all of the first month's rent and all the additional fees. So like, we have pets, so we have a pet fee, we have to pay a move-in fee, stuff like that. So the amount that we're going to have to pay for within this month is $3,740. So it's quite a bit, but again, I have already started the transfer out of the Ally account. So the money is already on its way to our account, so we can go ahead and pay that deposit, and then we pay the rest of it, after we pay the rest of it, hopefully April. Like, I'm thinking April 1st is the day that we're going to move in and sign our lease and everything. So I'm hoping that on April 1st, we would have all the money we need in here, ready to rock and roll. So as of right now, well, actually, let me just add what we need. We're going to be putting $423 in here. So here is $423. and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now in rent we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 650, 670, 690, 710, 730, 750, 770, 790, 810, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have $817 of that total amount. So 817 divided by 374. Oh. So we have about 20% of that amount that we need ready to go already. So that's good. We love that. And this was from like, some of this was in my savings challenges that I just pulled out because we need it, right? And it sucks. Like, honestly, it did kind of hurt my ego a little bit to empty my savings and empty some of these envelopes. But at the end of the day, that's why I'm doing this, right? Like, that's why I'm doing this cash stuffing method. So I have this money, whether it be physical or in my savings account, like I have this money when I need it, and I'm proving to need it now. So, I mean, I just kind of got to get over it. I'm just not over it yet. Water is getting its typical 30. Thankfully, we've gotten a month ahead on like almost all of our bills. So I'm hoping that that will help us a lot as we transition into new bills. Phone is getting 20. Electric is getting 88. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 5, 6, 7, 8. 50, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88. Okay. Internet is getting 33. So 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. State Farm. I think I skipped this one actually. Yeah, I skipped that for this time. Subscriptions. Did I? Nope, I skipped that too. Honestly, that tracks. And I know I skipped Palisade. So groceries is getting 189, not anything extra. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 155, 160, 165, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. So here is 189. And I know that it's in like these really funky denominations, but that's because for like these ones up front that I know I'm going to need longer, I kind of tried to condense a little bit of the money into that. So, and I know I'm going to use the grocery money, right? Like I have to buy groceries pretty regularly. So it's not like it's going to stay in here for very long in this huge chunk, but there's that. But it's all good things. It's one of those things where like, I'm very grateful that we are, again, we've saved up this money and we are able to like get ready to move. It just is really, I don't know. It's just really disheartening to like have worked for so many months, and it's really not even been that long. That's the other thing I keep trying to remind myself, is that I have only been seriously cash stuffing since like, I don't know, like maybe November. So 5-ish months. So I've built a lot in 5 months. And again, I'm very grateful that I have it and that I'm able to use it now that I'm needing it. It just is so disheartening to see like how quickly 5 months worth of work can be depleted. So I don't know. It is, again, it's very disheartening, but it's going to be fine, because at the end of the day, we're very lucky. We're very grateful. We're very blessed that we are able to move without it causing any serious issues. We're very lucky that we have had this home that we've lived in for the past several years, and you know, our kids have grown up in here and our baby got to come home here. So it's just really like, it's still a good thing, and there's still plenty of happy things to come. It will be a lot in the coming weeks, because we have, again, today is the 5th. So we have like less than 30 days to get all of our stuff ready to move, get all of the money ready to move, and just get all of our ducks in a row, really. So anyways, that is it for today's cash stuffing. I know it was kind of short, but you know, I have to put a lot of money into different categories where normally I would be putting little bits all throughout. And now that we are kind of in crunch mode, I don't have that luxury. I do have to put a whole bunch of money in one place. So I hope that you'll forgive me for that. If there are any questions, or if anybody is like, I don't know, if you got questions, if you have ideas, if you have advice, honestly, if you have advice on moving or advice on selling your house or anything like that, like please drop it in the comments, because your girl needs it. Honestly, your girl really needs all the help she can get at this point. Okay, And that concludes this cash stuffing video. So thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.